Hello, New York. Nathaniel Gavronsky here. It's a very important day upon us. It's Election Day. And this is going to be a very important election because this can determine which kind of city we're going to be living in. 24 months ago, we had realized just how easily our way of life and the way we make a living can be snatched away from us with just a few quick strokes of a pen. Elected officials matter, and who you vote for matters. Now, I know a lot of people there have a lot of concerns. There's a lot of issues that really matter to you. But listen to me for just a few moments, okay? We need someone who is going to make our streets safe. We want to be able to have a livable city. We want to be able to get to and from work, to home, to grocery stores, to our loved ones, without threat of violence. And in the last 24 months, this city has been rocked by violence with Molotov cocktails, bodegas being burnt down, shootings in broad daylight, families being torn apart, children being orphaned, without consequences. Zero. Your opinion of police, may vary, but talk to them. They'll tell you this is bad. If you don't want to take the police's word for it, ask the victims. Ask the people who don't get to come home to a loving parent, or come home to an empty crib, or to a room that's now vacant because a child has been murdered, or to a hospital that is down a nurse because someone pushed her down into a train, causing her to die. This city has been through a lot, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more things that we'll have to go through and fight for as time goes on. But this is one of those battles that we can wage right now towards victory. As these city council seats are up for election and the mayoral election comes upon us, it's very important that you take a look at Curtis Sliwa. Because look at Giuliani, before him look at Koch, and see the transformation the city went through from being a place that you didn't want to come to. It was dangerous, and horror stories were written about and movies were written about how bad New York was, to a place where everyone wanted to come. Everyone could come and feel safe. The safest big city in the world, New York once was, and it can be again. But it's going to take hard choices. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and you have to have the people who are dedicated for this, not just because they want the comforts of the office, but because they're willing to do the hard work, make those tough decisions. We don't want to live in a city to where the gangs are in charge of our safety. It's like putting Dracula in charge of the blood bank, or putting the mummy in charge of toilet paper rations. Do you really want Frankenstein's monster or Frankenstein himself being in charge of Con Edison? I don't think so. It's fitting that November 2nd is All Souls Day, because this city needs a lot of prayer, and needs a lot of hope, and needs a lot of people to do the right thing for the right reasons. It's the reason why I'm voting Republican straight down the ticket. Why is that? Why do I live on a very meager income. Why is Republican the answer for me? Well, because inflation is running rampant, the cost of housing is unaffordable, and it's getting worse. You can't use public transportation without threat of bodily injury. Why wouldn't I vote Republican? Listen, if the Democrats really cared about all those issues, they've been in charge of the city for so long. Why haven't they done anything about them? Why is it that so many young families aren't able to make it? This is, a Democratic stronghold, right? If they cared so much, they would have done something by now. And the fact is, under Giuliani and under Koch, we had a major difference in our standard of living. The way this city works, the way people live in this city was better. Think about it. Think about those times. We were better. We were doing better. Our city was vibrant. Under the current administration, and I fear under an Adams administration, our city will not be so vibrant. That we will deal with turmoil and crime, and in ways that we haven't even begun to understand yet. The fact that you can go on a crime spree and be let out with little to no consequences in just a short time to go recommit your crimes and offenses, it's not a city anyone wants to live in. We have a shot right here in New York to make this city a place that we're proud of. and I'm hoping that you will hear this call and go vote for Republicans. This is the one time where the letter behind someone's name actually matters, because the Democrats had their shot and a lot of people got shot. So maybe it's time that we go towards a direction that has proven history of being successful, preventing crime, proven history preventing crime, proven history of having compassion towards animals, a proven history of helping out minorities, a proven history of making this city livable. That's Curtis. That's why I want you to vote for Curtis. And I want you to vote Republican all the way down the ticket. And listen, school boards matter. All of these little elections, these home rule, these local elections matter. And if someone is not going to listen to the electorate and make decisions based on just ideology, not what people actually want, then that's not what we want. Those aren't the people we need to be supporting. This is important. We need to make sure that New York and New York City is a place for everybody. And that's why I'm pleading with you to vote for Republicans up and down the ticket, and to make New York City a place that we could all call the biggest, safest city in the world again. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Nathaniel Gavronsky. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay wise, and as always, stay classy in New York City.